time I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice one.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll start on the ground with Bush. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead it to 4th down.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
180.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
The Ravens at 12-4 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Kramer. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Hey, middle. You.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 9 now. They'll drop this down to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go now. Ready?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and a couple. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 37. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Hey, Alpha, tonight! Tonight! Hey, hey!
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Lopez. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a first down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this one's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is right through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Hold on a sec. Hey, kill.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Running left, Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Keandre Lambert-Smith, 60 yards. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Slide for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a rain slowing the materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
13.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this one too low.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Jackson throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. In motion goes the tight end. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Nix to the air. Throw left side. There's London. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So a good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd and 2.
Come on, come on. Hit. Go, Reed. Go, Penny.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Give him 18 on the play.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First and 10. Oh, no, lost the football. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Off the play fake, Nix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Nix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to the air with Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Horn. 180.
Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Alpha, sit on.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 85 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Right back to him on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, with a fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 19-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
And they'll run it here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
24.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Jackson. Pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jackson going to keep it.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Hey, report. Shut up.
Jackson. And this is inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. First and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Atlanta,
they get the victory in the season finale.